How's everybody doing? This is going to be ex-Jehovah Witness tape. It's about where would I be now if I was, if I was still a Jehovah Witness. Excuse me. And it's funny because there's something that happened to me when I was passing out. When I didn't change the name, but I altered the name of Dance Without Music. I changed it to American Yoga, and that's funny because Jehovah Witness that does not agree with yoga. Anyways, totally different yoga. It's really Dance Without Music, but I needed to use that American yoga to associate it with more people. But anyway, at the end of passing these things out, because I had to pass out 10, I was so happy I passed them out, but I got this feeling like I remember this time when I had to pass out things, pamphlets or whatever. And I said, well, I know I was going to pass them all out because I'm a Jehovah Witness. And then I said to myself, it took me a while to say, oh, wait, I'm an ex-Jehovah Witness. So I'm saying, but it's funny, I came a long way. It's still, everything's not over with, you know what I mean? And I want to talk about that, but I think the reason why it's still not over is because your family's in it. So it's still going to make you part that feeling that you have, you know what I mean? Because I know I'm an ex-Jehovah Witness, but and then I thought also that there are a lot of Jehovah Witnesses who are ex-Jehovah Witnesses. They never became ex-Jehovah Witnesses. So that's another point that you have to really think about, is that are you ex-Jehovah Witness? Are you still a Jehovah Witness? You disfellowshipped or whatever. But anyway, then I went to another point, I keep going, and I said, how would my life be if I wasn't, if I was still a Jehovah Witness? And I put it in 3 different categories. Excuse me. And I put it in 3 different categories. One was not my future. It was the corrections. It was corrections. The next one wasn't correct. It was corrections, and then it was, I don't want to go to the last one yet. The second one was dealing with people, and the third one was the future, okay? So I'll go through them and how I feel I am, and if, the difference. This first is me in corrections, okay? If I'm talking about mental corrections, when you're a Jehovah's Witness, you don't have corrections. Because you have to do everything that everybody else does, and there's no corrections. And what I mean by corrections is that once I was healthy in, leaving the Jehovah's Witnesses, I found I had to do corrections. Is this right? Is that right? Because nobody's telling you what to do, Like, this is true, this is true. When there's something in the news, if it's big, they tell you how to feel about it. But those are the corrections I'm talking about. And this strengthens yourself as an individual. And I would never even know about corrections. And like I said, I didn't know anything about corrections until I was a bit stronger as an ex-Jehovah Witness. So corrections is number 1, and I still want to stay on corrections because they're important. Like I said, when something comes out, if there's a war, if there's something on the news, or something new or something, you have to make corrections. You have to say, is this right? Do I believe in this? Do I believe in that? Do I believe in this? Do I believe in that? If you meet somebody and you have this new friend and you want to know if it's going further. And I think corrections also, if you still believe in God, because some Jehovah's Witnesses just stop religion altogether. You still have to make conscious decisions, like when you meet somebody, I'm sorry for the train, but I hope everybody's happy. Like if you meet somebody and you don't know whether to, it could be a lover, or it could be, just a friend, it could be an associate or whatever. But if you're Jehovah Witness, you know cut and dry. This person no, this person yes. This person no, this person no, this person no. But when you're stronger as an ex-Jehovah Witness, I'm talking about doing it, knowing that you're doing it, not doing it subconsciously. You have to say, well, this person did this. Do I want to continue this relationship? Do I want to go this way in this relationship? Do I want to do this in this relationship? And that's what I'm talking about, corrections. And like I said, it's different if you continue, like I became, well, after a while, it took me a while to get into being a Catholic. But before that, I still had to make corrections before, until I became Catholic. Although I always felt like I was Catholic, if you know my YouTubes. But anyway, those are the corrections I'm talking about. And the correction also stem with these other things that I'm going to talk about. Now that one and corrections is everything. Like I said, when you make a choice about things, when you're at work, whether you work or not, whether you want to work another job, it's corrections. And that's one thing that I couldn't do as a Jehovah Witness. Even like, okay, I'm working for 5 days a week. Should I work 6 days a week? If you're Jehovah Witness, it's cut and dry. It's like no or yes, it's easier. This one day I can't do it because such and such and such a thing. Because you gotta put something first. You gotta put them first all the time. So it's always a secondary choice, which is easy. But when you're in the quote unquote world, as far as their mindset is concerned, you have to come up with the choice, and it's your choice. Like if I want to work an extra day, and that's considered a correction. But it's funny, when you leave the Jehovah Witnesses, you don't know that you're making corrections. So that's part of your craziness. It's like you don't know that you have these extra things to do in your mind. So now I'm going to go over the people I meet. Another thing, I would have never met the people that I've met if I didn't leave it. I'm talking about me out here now. Of course, I would have never met the people that I've met, okay? And now when I talk about that, I was thinking about how does it differ from the rest of, the things that I said. I'm very careful. I don't like to talk about the same things that I talk about. What I'm saying as a long term, I'm saying how would I be now, and I'm older, how would it have been if I was a Jehovah Witness, okay? So how would my life had been if I was Jehovah Witness now, if you understand what I'm saying? So like the first part, the ending the corrections, I wouldn't know anything about corrections. That part of my brain, and the funny thing about, because I do dance about music, now it's called American Yoga. You think about your mind and what you're accessing and what you do, all the time. So what I'm saying is that as a Jehovah Witness, if I was Jehovah Witness right now, I'm almost, of course, I would never have access that brain part, okay, which is very important to use your brain, okay. Most likely that I would not be healthy. I wouldn't be healthy like I am like I am now as an ex-Jehovah Witness. So as far as corrections, that's another thing to add. I would never. Mentally healthy. I would not be mentally healthy. Now I'm mentally healthy. Definitely. I was going to think about, I want a relationship. Everybody wants a relationship. One thing I found out though about relationships, I'm just adding this. It's a need. A lot of people don't realize it, but I went over this thing, and the only reason why I still, look to find somebody, companion, is because it's definitely a need. I read all the things on the apps and stuff like that, but now let's get back to this. So now it's people, okay? The people that I met, I don't regret any of the people that I met. I met very nice people. And some people, on Facebook, I still keep in contact with. Friends at work, I can get very close with people at work. But as an ex-Jehovah Witness now, because I have, the only thing about it is because I'm doing YouTube, I do these projects and stuff. I think if I didn't do the projects, I would be more stable with different friends. So I think the cause of my not retaining as much friends as I want is because, I still am doing a project, okay? But when I was Jehovah's Witness, of course, I would still have the same exact friends that I had. But the funny thing about it is I knew I wouldn't know them. I wouldn't really know deepness about them. And the world, here where I'm at as ex-Jehovah's Witness, I get to know people, but I don't know them deeply, okay? I don't know them deeply as I am as an ex-Jehovah's Witness. But if I was Jehovah's Witness, I would still probably have the same friends and had met some friends. But there has to be, I'm sorry, but I have to say this, there has to be some kind of negative thing, okay? It's just the truth. It's just the truth. For me to say that, what would be the negative? Like right now, I don't know. The only reason why I don't, like I said, I don't really go deep with anybody, because like I said, I'm doing these projects, so that's one thing. So I want to hold it on people. At work, I have associates at work that I get in touch with, that I would do things and I would be open with. I think that would be the only difference, is the fact that my working situation, when I meet people at work, I really feel close to them, and I get involved, and I become part of, their lives, you know what I mean? But where if I was Jehovah's Witness, and I guess this would be the bad part, I'm sorry, it has to be a bad part, as far as I'm concerned. I would never become close with anybody at work. You know what I mean? I'm not saying at work I have the best friends. What I'm saying is that we're close. We talk, I get along with them. I do things with them, when I get a chance. If I was Jehovah's Witness, it would be just like, no way, you know what I mean? However, I would still probably do it illegally, if you know what I'm talking about, meet certain people at work. Because I would do that anyway, even if it was wrong, you know what I mean? So that's another thing as far as being a Jehovah's Witness. What else can I say about people? When I meet people, I don't have restraints on them. I haven't had restraints on them, and I still don't, since this is talking about how things are right now. And if I was Jehovah's Witness, like I said, I would never learn. Okay, this is one thing. If I was a Jehovah's Witness, I would never learn about people. What really makes them tick, what's in their mind. As now, what I see is I've seen people in so many different situations, and if they want help, I can help them without, wanting them to be part of my religion or whatever. So that's another thing. I'm more open to people, and because my experience I have, I'm almost sure I can help a lot of people, as an ex-Jehovah's Witness. But if I was Jehovah's Witness, it would kind of, as far as helping people, I'm not talking about getting them to be in their religion. I'm talking about helping their personal lives and understanding them. I don't think I would have grown to understand more people. So that's as far as people is concerned. And then the last one, it's the future, okay? As a Jehovah's Witness, I think I would Um, I would be the same way. I mean, just like my sister and my sisters now, everybody in the truth. I would basically be like them, you know, like just waiting for the new system to come. And I wouldn't have never progressed. I wouldn't have putting everything together. I wouldn't have progressed like I did, especially, okay, mentally. To me, is very important because I use my mind. Not everybody uses their mind that much. But my mind would not be healthy at all. I would not be looking, like, for instance, I always look for friends. I always look for, a companion, a close companion. And I don't have any, like, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this, you have to be this way, you have to be this way. So my open-mindedness, I would never have that open-mindedness that I have. My future is open. There's things that I want to do. I mean, like, I don't think about retiring. I don't think about, I just don't think about a dilemma. I don't think about an end, you know what I mean? I mean, everybody has to think about it in some sort of way, but what I'm trying to say is if I'm living, this is just me, because I'm living, I don't think about an end. I'm just saying me. I know my brothers and sisters, and they all think about an end, but the reason why I don't think about an end because I do things, I mean, I always didn't want to live like, okay, let me go home and watch TV. Let me be careful. I can't walk this way. And if I was Jehovah Witness, I would be like that. I'd be like invalid. I'm almost positive I would be like an invalid, really, because, like I said, I know I would be older, and I would just not be as confident, and I would not be as active as I am now, because most of my life as an ex-Jehovah Witness is living a different, a very expanded life, different from what I've been taught. I mean, everything is different. So this is me now, without being a Jehovah Witness, And I think if I would see my face to face myself, I wouldn't see a person. I wouldn't see a person in my face. I would just see a face. You know what I mean? If I saw my face as a Jehovah Witness, and that's what a lot of people become. They become their face, And I'm not my face. You can see my reactions to things, and that's what I want to think as far as me becoming an ex-Jehovah Witness, because I am an ex-Jehovah Witness. A part of me is Jehovah Witness, I guess, because my family is still there, I still have family members as a Jehovah Witness, so I still kind of have a feeling towards, that part, you know what I mean? I can't extinguish it, because it's extinguishing part of myself. But like I'm saying, when you look in somebody's face and they have emotion, they can show you something about who's underneath, who's there, who's operating, okay? And I know that people, when they see me, they can see who's operating. To where if I was Jehovah's Witness, I mean, it would be like, yes, I know. Yes, I know. And I don't know, I would not have a mind. So this one is, like I said, this tape is, maybe you gotta think about it. Are you happy that you're continue to be an ex-Jehovah Witness? I mean, how would you be if you were still a Jehovah Witness? And how are you now that changed that, So that's what this tape is about. So I hope everybody, I haven't given a tape because I haven't come up with, I really like to give tapes when I actually have something to say, because I have a lot of Jehovah Witness tapes, And I hope everybody enjoyed it, and I'll be back again And take care. Next time. Bye-bye.